Hi everyone, welcome to RPA Explorers channel.
So in the last video we have seen how you can install your RPA Design Desktop Studio and enabling RPA Hub in ServiceNow instance. So this video will be like a continuation of that video in which we are going to see how you can make use of different entities in RPA Hub, like how you can create your bot process, how you can publish your process, and how you can create your robot for the very first time. So the first step is to go to the ServiceNow Studio and we have to publish a project. So we'll go to the design tab, and the very first step is to connect your instance. So first we'll click on connect to instance, and also you can see the current instance which is not connected. So once we'll connect, that will turns into green color. If you are connecting for the very first time, you have to click on this add new any name and you have to give the URL of the ServiceNow instance. This is same as what we did in the last video, and I have added my instance already here, so I'm going to click on connect now. Click on connect, you will be asking your password and username for the very first time. So now we'll click on login. So you can see a message and you can scroll down to click on allow. So now it is connected. So now we are going to use this sample Excel based project to publish it. So I'm going to click on publish, and then you can see these two options, which is a new package and new version. So in case you already have an existing package, then you can go with this new version by selecting your package name from drop down. And if you are completely publishing a new project, then you can use this new option. So let's provide a package name. So now we have to click on publish. So now we have this message that it was published. So let's click on OK. Let's click on OK. So the next step is to go to your ServiceNow instance. Then we'll go to the filter and type in RPA Hub. I'm going to click on this RPA Hub. You can directly navigate to the RPA Hub and access different entities in them, or you can directly type each entity and you can navigate to that in a separate window. For example, let me type in bot process, and you can click on this bot process, so which will give you a different view, and this RPA will give you entirely a different view. So now let's go to the packages tab, and you can see the package that we published right now, and also you can notice the status which says it is published. So in order to create a bot process, you have to go to the bot process. So first step is to create a new bot process, but if you notice here, we don't have an option to create a new bot process, right? So let's go to the other view and let's see what other options we have. Okay, so here we have, let's click on this new and we'll see. So when you click on new, you can see there are no bot process configurations to associate. So in order to create your bot process, the first step is to create your configuration. So that is the reason we don't have that new option here. So first we'll click on create configuration. You can also do the same from here. So just to show you what will happen directly if you click on new, I came to this view. So we'll see. So when you're in the bot process configuration, you have to give it any name. So okay, I'm going to use the same name as the package name to identify it easily. So and also you can select the process type from here, attended or unattended. So I'm just going with unattended, and it is to select your package. So you can click on this search for record option, all the published packages from here. I'm going to select this Excel combined data, and we have to select the package version. Since we have only one version, we are seeing only one, and in order to publish a different version of the same package, then you can have to go here, and then you can go to this new version. Then you can select the package and you can add the comment. In that way you can see a different versions being added for the existing package in Hub. So I'm going to use the one. Then in case need, you can just give the description as well. Columns. So coming to this order option, which defines the priority of the process. For example, giving one defines the highest priority, and you can change the value So now I'm going to click on save. I have created the configuration. So the next step is to uh, add your bot process. Okay, so I'm going to the new option. So you can see associated bot process. So I'm going to, like, you can see a list of process from here. You can select it from here. Since we have only one, we are seeing the only one process here. I'm going to click on this, then you can click on submit. So now we have created our bot process. So now let's click on this. For your bot process, you can see details of everything, like the package name, package order, versions, and everything you can see from here. And also when you scroll down, you can create your credential assets, or you can create your robot process and everything. For example, you have some credentials which you are using for the current process, then you have to create them from here, that is credential sets. You can click on this new option, then you can create this, and here is where you have to assign your robots. So now we have just published and created process. In order to create your credential assets or robots, you have to create the robots first. So we'll go here, and then you have to navigate to the robots. So let's click on new, and you have to provide your robot any name. So for example, I'll give my robot, and you have to get your machine name, go to your command prompt, and then you can type host name, which will give you the machine name. So I'm going to copy the machine name, and you can give the machine name from here, and you can paste the machine name here. And we are going with an unattended robot, so let's choose unattended, and you can choose the description as well. My So before you create your robot, make sure you have distributed your license to the robot, so that I have shown in my last video, so you can have a look. So now you can see robots are connected using a basic authentication. So let's go back to the list. So you can see your robot machine name and its states also. So now let's try to add this robot to our current process, for which the first step is to create a credential asset. So we'll go to the credential sets and click on new. Creating this credential set is to let the bot know that you have to use this username and password to run the current process on the given mission. So it's basically you have to provide the username and password of the robot mission. So I'm going to say that my robot correct, and you have to provide the username and password of the current mission. So now to get the username, again you have to go to the command prompt, and you can type in who am I. So this is the current username. So I'm going to copy along with the domain and provide it as a username. Then you have to provide the password. So you can submit it. A credential sets. So you can just click on this my robot credential. Also in future you can edit or you can change the values, and in case your current process is using any application, then you have to create credentials for those applications from here. Okay, so now the next step is to assign your robots. So we'll go to the assign robots, and we'll click on add, and here you can see only the available robots. Okay, so now we have only one robot which is available, and this is the machine name. I'm going to select this and click on add. Okay, okay, so now let's go to the process robot credentials. Here is where we have to add the credentials it created for the robot. So I'm going to click on new, and then you can search for the credentials my robots, which is my robot cred, and then you have to select your robot, which is my robot. So we'll select this. So we are done with this, and we are going to click on save. So now let's tap to the details tab, So as you see in the details, you can see everything, and in the credential sets you can see the credential sets and assign robots, robot process credential. And also you have any process parameter, you can create it from here using this new option, and you can see the execution of the process from here. So in order to start your process, the first step is to publish. So we are done with everything, so I'm going to click on publish now. So currently this is in build stage, right? So now you can see it is in published. So you cannot edit your current process when it is in published state, and it has to be published only when you're about to start the process. So now you can click on this start process option to start the process. And also when you click on this, you can use this stop process, or you can use this launch in studio. So when you click on this launch in studio, ask you to select the machine to open your package. For example, when you use this remote machine, it will automatically open the package in the associated robot. And this option can be useful when you're trying to open your package in the same machine. I'm going to close this now. We have created our bot process and robot. So the next step, in order to run your robot, make sure your robot is connected to your assistant, for which you have to, since we are using an unattended robot, you should have a separate login agent on the machine you are trying to run your process. So you can click on this, and you can, like these everything we have discussed in the last video, so I'm just directly going to click on connect. So last time when we connect, we had an issue that we don't have any associated robot. Since we have created a robot now, you can see the status which is connected, and the robot is my robot here. Okay. So when you go to the robots tab, initially it was in the new state, right? So now you can see the state changed to available. So whenever you run your process on the defined robot, the robot should be in the available state. Let's explore the different entities in RPA Hub. So the next, which is shared parameters, in which you can create your parameter that can be used for any of your current process by connecting your configuration for the current process. And then we have queues. It can be useful when you are dealing with large amount of data or transactions, or even for small process, you can make use of this queue. And also we have installed RPA plugins. So by default we have these plugins, and you can see all these plugins in your studio. Like when you go to the plugin manager, you can see all this all the plugins. And when you go to this monitor tab, we have an alerts in which you can see the different things you have done so far. For example, I have published my package, created my process. It's just uh, uh, alerts for all the actions you do here, and you have a process job. So when you executed some process, you can see the status, package versions, robots, and everything from here. So this is about RPA Hub and its entities. So in the coming videos, we are going to see the different entities like shared parameter, how you can create your queues and everything. So much for watching this video.